Well, how's it going? It's Colin Daniel here from riffninja.com. Good to see you. Today, I'm in the mood to answer some questions from my students. And this one's from Paul. It's actually a very good question. How do I combine my major minor scales in the blues? Wow. Where do I start with that? Well, I guess the first thing to talk about is what kind of blues are you playing? The blues scales are known as the pentatonic scales. That's the real true name for them, is pentatonic minor. There's a real misunderstanding about the pentatonic minor scales. Some blues progressions demand only pentatonic because of the chord progression that they're playing and the style that it is. Some of the old school blues definitely calls for pentatonic scale only, not diatonic. But you do realize that you can have pentatonic major and minor. Like, here's my minor scale, pentatonic minor, which is the most commonly known scale of all. You have this thing, which I've seen a lot of players play, this climb. It's a 3-position. Some of you probably know this 2-position scale here. But the deal to it is that, like right now I'm playing an A pentatonic minor. So you have A, C, D, E, G, and A. Those are the notes you have. Now, depending on whether you're a note player or whether you're a pattern player, you might just need to learn a couple different patterns. See, an A minor diatonic, this is my A minor diatonic scale. Then this is A pentatonic minor. They are related to each other. They're the same key. So my relative to that is C major. This is C diatonic, and this is C pentatonic. And this is something that is not covered very well. They'll call this minor scale major pentatonic, but it's not major pentatonic. This pattern is definitely minor pentatonic. Oh yeah, you can play it. You can play it over major chords. That's another issue in itself. But if we're in a strict blues minor key, you know, like an A7 key, or, you know, see, that's a whole subject on its own. But to combine them, it's like, I always give my students 3 scales. This pentatonic, 1 position, then the climb, and this is still an A. It starts on a G, but it's the 7th note it starts on. You know, so here's this climb, and you'll notice the climb goes into the next position. Well, that's your C major position. That's your relative major. And yes, you have a pentatonic major. Now, sometimes I like to combine the diatonic and the pentatonic, which gives me kind of a jazz blues flavor, right? But if you're going for strict blues, I would say stay away from the diatonic, because the diatonic definitely has more of a jazzier sound to it, because the notes, you've got 2 more notes per octave and the notes are closer together, so your distances aren't as far apart. So how do you combine that? Well, you have to figure out your relative major and minor. Once you know that, like I know that in A minor, my relative major is C, right? And then all you have to do is figure out the notes or the pattern or both, right? This is C major pentatonic right here, which overlaps this climb that I teach my students, because really all you're doing is playing the same notes again. You're playing the same notes starting from C here. Here's A from the A. So this is the minor mode, or you know, and then you can continue from there. Anywhere you can find those, the A, C, D, E, G, A notes, of course, it's possible to play, right? There's another form of C major pentatonic down here. I mean, wherever you can find those notes, I wouldn't bother playing it that way. I'd play my climb, which would cover all that I need. You know, if I want to go higher, I'd go back to the A pentatonic minor scale and start it at the 5th fret like this. And this is root 5. This is root 6. See, wherever you can find A minor. And there's several forms of pentatonic too. Isn't that cool, right? Wherever you have A minor, right? A. You know, so wherever I have an A, C, D, and E, A, C, D, and E, you know, A, C, D, and E, A, C, D, and E. It's the same pattern, right? So that's another way to connect them. But definitely, and there are several inversions of these scales too, depending on how you want to interpret them. But you can just take the notes from your A scale and start them on the relative major C. So if you've got A, C, D, E, G, A, then here you're going to have C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, right? You know, and that becomes your C major pentatonic. That'd be C major pentatonic, right? See, pentatonic doesn't mean it's minor or major. Pentatonic just means it's 5 notes. Okay? So hopefully, Paul, that has given you a bit of insight into how to join your scales. The questions are greatly appreciated. Everybody benefits from questions. So don't forget to subscribe and communicate to me, because it'll definitely improve what I'm giving you. Thank you to the people and to my students that have contributed. And if you're really serious about taking up the guitar, you could always check out my site for a free trial offer at riffninja.com. I guarantee my teaching and my products, and I would like to stand behind them, because I am not in the business to just take your money. I'm in the business to teach you how to play, and the benefit to that is I get paid to do what I love to do. But the whole deal is that I'm here to help you, and please keep the questions coming. Thanks a lot. Take care. We'll see you soon.